if you don't mind, I'd like to let it hang out right now because I'm a bit fed up. I still got my artillery on, my coat, my sweater underneath, my scarf, and my glasses are dirty, speckled with raindrops, old raindrops, dried raindrops. Anyway, it's raining today, and I was very ticked off today riding the bus. First of all, I can't, whenever I get sick of something, I don't like to continue to complain about it. I like to do something about it. And I don't know what it was, but today I ate my half a cucumber for breakfast. Usually when I do that, I'm in a good mood. I'm feeling good about the whole day. But I cannot stand riding the bus when it's a whole bunch of teenagers on there after a long day of school. They get on my nerves. They come on there loud. They come on the bus loud. They're cussing and all this other stuff. It's just, you know what? I try to stay motivational and positive and stuff like that, but I have my breaking points too, just like anybody. I have my moments where I'm going to be negative, I'm going to be flawed, I'm going to have an attitude, I'm going to want to vent, okay? Today is one of them days. So, I am standing at the bus stop, and, I had to separate myself from this huge group of kids or whatever because they were too loud, crowded under a bunch of umbrellas. So I decided to cross the street and I went to another bus stop. Saw the bus come, I walked to another bus stop, my umbrella blew up the other way. So it was all in strings, just pandemonium. So, and the bus kept going. So not only did my umbrella blow up the opposite way, the bus kept going. It didn't pick anybody up. So this couple comes at the bus stop. I didn't even realize there was an older lady at the bus stop with them. So they went in there. And I was looking away, and when I looked back, they were Frenching and just getting it on. Needed a room, okay? And I got really upset, though, when the lady stood up and part of her coat, because I was standing behind the bus stop, so I saw behind them. Her coat was down in the back, and you could see her white hair, her white hair from behind. And I'm like, is that an older lady? And I looked to the right, and this couple just getting it on over in the corner of the bus stop. And I was just like boiling because I can't stand stuff like that. I can't stand disrespectfulness, especially to older people and children. I cannot stand it. I can't stand it point blank to anybody. So I'm boiling. The bus is coming again. Another bus is coming. And finally, I just said to them, I said, try to be as calm as possible. I said, do y'all mind? The girlfriend is smiling and the boy, they're teenagers, of course. Not saying that all teenagers are bad, but some are just, a little bit reckless. So, anyway, I said, do y'all mind showing her a little respect? And they looking like, clueless about what I'm talking about. And so I turned my head, and from the corner of my eye, they were going back at it again. I just said, this is my southern stuff, because southern people tend to be very outspoken, and they don't care what anybody else thinks. And whatever happens, happens. Okay, the little cockiness or whatever, upsetness had to come out. I was like, I said, don't have no respect. And I said it loud enough for them to hear. Now, I know this ain't the right thing to do and stuff like that, but I'm an advocate for respect, and sometimes you're in situations where you just need to speak up and say something about, about things, I think. What you think? Do you think we're supposed to speak up about stuff? Because, I don't think we're supposed to have our mouths closed the whole time. I think sometimes we need to say something and be bold and not be scared. As long as we're respectful to other people, make sure you don't be a wimp or a coward. What do you think? Because I think that when I see something out of line, I need to say something about it. Now, it's not always like that, but something in me really, really wanted to come out and tell them, please have some respect for her. Just something to put on their minds. Now, I don't know if it really sat there, but I hope they think about it. Because today was one of them days I was just like hypersensitive to everything. And when I got on the bus, I just paid more attention to how crowded it was, how loud it was, how sloppy and nasty it was. Bad smells. I sat beside somebody who didn't want to hold their own weight on their side. The curves, we went through curves on the bus, they leaned on me and stuff. So it was just a bunch of stuff going on today. And you know what? I think I'm going to start making videos about my experiences on the bus and on the train because it's a bit ridiculous, okay? Side note, in my second book, which is going to be available in December, I'm going to be talking about different things I experienced on the bus and the train. It's a whole bunch of stuff you probably don't want to know. But I put a little of it in there. But I'm just really tired of riding the bus. Plain and simple. Tired of public transportation. The bus drivers don't really have any control over anybody. Now, I know this isn't a school bus, But they need to tell them at least to quiet down, watch the profanity. I mean, we have some bus drivers that, do try to control that. But the majority of them don't. They're lax. They're just bouncing around in their chair because they have little springs under their bus, the bus driver's seat, just bouncing and going with the flow of stuff. And it gets on my nerves. Makes me want to be the monitor on the bus. Plain and simple. Sick of it. Need a car. Need a license.